I never thought betrayal would come from the two people who were supposed to love me the most. My husband, Daniel, and my younger sister, Claire. It wasn't just a fling, not just a mistake. It was a carefully hidden betrayal that shattered the foundation of my marriage, my family, and the bond I thought I had with my sister Dot. It all began in ways so subtle that I almost brushed them off. Claire had always been close to me. We grew up side by side, sharing clothes, secrets, and laughter. She had been the one I trusted most when it came to advice, and she often leaned on me too. When Daniel entered my life, she welcomed him with warmth and charm. At first, I thought it was just her personality. She was bubbly, always making people feel at ease. But over time, I noticed how her smiles toward Daniel lingered a little too long, how her jokes always seemed to include him, and how they shared glances they thought I wouldn't notice. I ignored it. I told myself I was overthinking. After all, Daniel was my husband, my partner, my rock, and Claire was my sister. Who betrays their own blood? But the uneasy feelings only grew. It wasn't until one night, while scrolling through Daniel's phone, something I had never done before, that I stumbled upon messages. At first, they seemed harmless, just playful. But then the words became more intimate, more dangerous. I can't stop thinking about last night. When can we be alone again? She won't suspect a thing. My heart stopped. My breath caught in my throat, and then the photos came. Claire's face, smiling, her arms around Daniel in ways no sister should ever hold her sister's husband. I felt my world collapse in that moment. I wanted to scream, to throw the phone, to confront them both. But something inside me whispered, wait. I didn't let them know I knew. I continued life as though nothing had changed. I smiled at the dinner table, kissed Daniel on the cheek, hugged Claire when she visited. All the while, my heart was a storm of rage and sorrow. I wanted to see how far they would go. Then came the day that would change everything. Claire showed up at my house one morning, her face pale but her eyes glimmering with something smug. She sat me down, took a deep breath, and said the words that seared into my soul. I'm pregnant, and it's Daniel's. My stomach churned, my hands trembled. But before I could speak, she continued, you need to leave. This house will be mine now. Daniel will be with me, and you'll find somewhere else. Don't make this harder than it has to be. For a moment, I thought I might faint. My own sister, carrying my husband's child, and now demanding I walk away from the life I had built. But then something unexpected happened. I laughed. Not a nervous chuckle, not a forced giggle, but a deep, genuine laugh that startled Claire. She stared at me, confused and angry. Why are you laughing? She stopped. I looked her straight in the eyes and said, because you really think you've won. But you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. Claire didn't understand, but I did. You see, I had been patient. I had been careful. And in the weeks after discovering their affair, I had quietly gathered every piece of evidence I needed. Screenshots of messages, saved photos, even video footage from the small security cameras I had installed around the house. Daniel walked in at that moment, his face pale as he realized Claire had spilled everything. He tried to talk, to reason, but I simply handed him a folder. Inside were copies of all the evidence. You both thought I was blind, I said, my voice steady. But I saw everything, and now everyone else will too. The fallout was brutal. I filed for divorce immediately. My lawyer, armed with a mountain of evidence, left Daniel no room to fight. He lost the house, the cars, and a hefty portion of his income. Claire, meanwhile, became a scandal within our family. My parents, once so proud of her, turned their backs in disappointment. Friends whispered behind her back, and me. I walked away not broken, but stronger. I rebuilt my life piece by piece, rediscovering who I was beyond being a wife or a sister. The pain lingered, yes, but so did the strength I found within myself. Claire thought she could take my place. Daniel thought I would crumble, but they underestimated me. Betrayal may break hearts, but it also builds warriors. And I chose to be one.